So right up front, spoiler warning for the entire show of Breaking Bad as well as the final episode, obviously. Yes, I have been keeping a secret from you guys. I have been watching Breaking Bad. I didn't want to tell anyone about it that much because I knew that everyone would start freaking out, so I actually watched the entire show in about a month's time. So let me quickly sum up my thoughts on the entire series. Holy crap, Bryan Cranston can act. Aaron Paul, bitch. Skyler's an uptight hypocrite. Hank's a hilarious badass. Marie's overbearing. Walt Jr. loves pancakes. Oh my god, Gus's face. Todd is Satan. This shot. Walt/Heisenberg is one of the best characters in TV history.
You're goddamn right.
So yes, I have finally watched Breaking Bad. I've caught up with the entire show over the past month so I could watch the last few episodes, and here I am to talk about the final episode, Felina. I got literally thousands of requests to watch this show, and I'm not just talking about viewers like you. I'm talking about my personal friends in real life as well. Like, they just were like, dude, why aren't you watching this show? I can tell you why. I'm honestly very glad I waited this long because there were so many cliffhangers throughout this show, especially between season 5A and 5B. I don't know how you guys did that. It was apparently like a year. What were you guys doing while Hank was sitting on that toilet taking that humongous crap for a year? How did you guys even do that? I don't know, because I could just click next episode. Next episode. It was wonderful. But last night, what I personally think is the best straight up TV drama ever created finished its run. So the episode opens and Walt has still disappeared. No one knows where he is. He has a beard. He has a full head of hair now. His cancer has returned, as we've learned in previous episodes. Hank is dead. All these people are dead, and he's trying to come back to figure out a way to make everything right. And what I loved about this episode was that they try to make you think so many different things are going to happen, and while you know you want certain things to happen, they do happen, and not necessarily in the same way you thought. Like, I thought when he was coming in to see Gretchen and Elliot that he was going to kill them. I just thought, here comes his big revenge moment. But when he revealed that he wanted to use them to give his children the money he had earned, it made perfect sense to me. Because it was a good closure for those characters, but it also makes it possible for his dream to come true, for his children to get the money he wants in a way that no one would ever suspect as suspicious. Now, something I've been wanting to see ever since season 5 started is this guy Todd, or Satan as I'd like to call him. He is just disgusting. Like, the entire show has really cool villains. Like, Gustavo Fring is such a great villain. He was interesting, he was fun, you felt like you actually cared about him as a person because you saw his backstory and what happened to him in the past, although you knew he kind of had to go because of how bad of a person he was in general. This guy Todd, you don't feel a thing for him. He's just this slimy, slithery guy. Everything out of his mouth just feels disgusting. Like, the actor, props to the actor, okay, because I hated that character, and I cannot wait to see him check out, and I'm so glad that it was by Jesse's hands, because that's what I really wanted to see, because he was basically torturing Jesse and keeping him in that cage, and it was just so satisfying to see Walt create that weapon system that took everyone out. And then when the one guy is left and he's like, look, I'll tell you where the money is, he just shoots him in the face and you get that blood splot all over the screen. That was fantastic, not just because of the violent element, but because he was like, I don't care about the money anymore. I don't care. I'm gonna die soon, and this is it. I don't care, and you need to die, and you need to go right now. The way he slipped the ricin in the girl's drink, it was perfect. Everything in this finale came together, and you could really feel that the creators of the show, Vince Gilligan and all the writers, had a plan. They didn't just start off some show and were like, here's a great plot, hopefully we'll go to a cool finish. No, these guys continuously created amazing writing and terrific episodes all the way through the show. I really don't think there's one weak episode in this show, which is incredibly rare. His last conversation with Skyler was so well handled. The fact that he has to watch Walt Jr. through the glass of this other building, it seemed so bittersweet to me because I was thinking to myself, how are they going to handle the whole conversation with Walt Jr. if he has one final one? He tried to on the phone, and it obviously wasn't going to work out. Walt's last exchange with Jesse was beautiful. It was about as good as it could possibly be. There wasn't even any words between the two. You could tell the entire story just through their looks, and they did such a terrific job, these two actors. And that's something I gotta mention is Bryan Cranston truly impressed me so much with this show because I already respected him a lot as an actor from Malcolm in the Middle and various movies he's been in. But this show just blew me away, this guy's talent. And another thing I love about the show is that the entire cast is great. There isn't like a weak link where you look and say, yeah, they kind of suck. That's too bad. bad because everyone else is really good. No, I mean, like, Aaron Paul is absolutely phenomenal in this show. I think he gives such great performances episode to episode, and that's one of the things I loved about this show was how the entire cast really was just terrific. As the series was drawing to a close, I could tell it would be kind of weird if Walt somehow lived, like he got some magical cancer readout thing, because he's obviously going to jail. So I wasn't surprised by his death, and I think they did an excellent job at it, because he died in a meth lab with a bit of a smile on his face, this sort of I'm content smile with everything that he was able to accomplish and complete. He died where he wanted to be, where he was most comfortable, where he finally admitted that he was actually there for himself, that he wasn't just doing it only for his family, that he did it for himself. And that was also great, because throughout the entire show you can tell that he's kind of selfish in regards to what he loves. He's doing it because he enjoys it now. And it's like when he first found out that his cancer was going away and he punched that paper towel dispenser because he realized I might not have to do this meth cooking anymore because now I don't need the money. He was mad because he was starting to enjoy it. And the way they brought that up again in the finale was really well done, because I knew at some point he was going to have to admit something, that it wasn't just his family that he was doing that for. He wanted to do it for himself too, and they did such a great job with that. Everything in this show came to a perfect conclusion here. This was in no way a disappointing finale. That was the one thing I was worried about, because as each episode was going along, I was like, man, this show is really, really good, and I'm getting into it. And I was just marathoning it like over and over. And I was like, please, season finale, be good. Don't end stupidly or make Walt have some magical recovery and everyone's happy and no, he's not going to jail. Like, it was so well done. It was realistic. That's what I loved about this show, was it was all realistic. There wasn't that one episode that, to me anyway, jumped the shark and became silly or over the top. Everything made sense. And the way it was all put together was just great. It's one of the best TV dramas I've ever seen personally. Probably the best, actually. I'm going to give this final episode, as well as the entire show of Breaking Bad, an A+. So guys, what are your thoughts on Breaking Bad the show? What is your favorite episode or favorite moment in the entire show? Let me know below. I think my favorite moment in the entire show is the finale of Crawl Space in season 4, where Walt just loses it under the house and he starts laughing like the Joker. Guys, thanks as always for watching, and thank you Breaking Bad for being a terrific TV show. And as always guys, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.